The 2025-26 Houston Rockets Kevin Durant tenure. An absolute travesty of a failure of a season. Embarrassing, disgraceful, chaos, drama, burner account exposed, KD and teammates come to blows. Life has not treated him well after those big toes. You can't tell Houston's team chemistry, amateur or pros. Game 6 blowout look worse than average Joes. The most toxic, nasty superstar the NBA has ever seen. From inching closer to top 10 all-time status back in 2019, his players' ranking dropped, surpassed by Curry, Giannis, and Jokic. Every team Durant's been on after Golden State has turned to absolute shit. Destructive to every franchise, endless excuses, bitter, and known for having zero identity. Forever remembered for taking the easy way out, joining the 73 win team that already won a ring without him. The team he choked away a 3-1 lead only to join them, couldn't handle the pressure. Golden State welcomed him with open arms, handed 2 easy championships. Steph Curry's greatness allowed KD to win those finals MVPs. Instead of embracing those rings, Durant continued to feel unhappy and empty. Because of the social media hate, what a weakling. Getting caught up with the online presence, they told him it was all about rings. That counts. Took the easiest route possible at the very prime of his career. Then they said, oh, those rings don't count, forcing the miserable 6'11 small forward to self-destruct. Ever since, constant soul searching, could have went anywhere else, would have had to earn their title the hard way. That's why guys like Nowitzki, Giannis, and Jokic will always get the utmost respect. The Warriors solidified their dynasty by winning after him, beating the team that swept and locked him up round 1, the same way the Lakers exposed him game 2, and how Minnesota exposed him 2 years ago. Continues to struggle with double teams, melting when the defense gets tight, way too easily getting pushed off balance. Rockets looked promising just 12 months ago, but franchise fade looking similar to 2020 after Steph Curry shut down the door on CP3 and Harden's title dreams. It was LeBron in LA that led Harden to the man out, leading to a full rebuild. While history repeated itself again, Houston eliminated by Steph Curry last season, leading to desperation changes, trading for a 37-year-old Durant, giving away their unofficial leader, outspoken, good identity Dylan Brooks, and former number 2 pick Jalen Green for the disgruntled, grumpy big namer who's done nothing to elevate his teammates, nothing but bad vibes. For a guy who finished number 2 his entire career, from being the 2nd overall pick, 2nd in best player conversations behind LeBron, 2nd best at his position behind James, 3 number 2 MVP finishes, all behind Bron himself. After 2014, number 2 behind Steph Curry. 2 easy titles. From the early to mid 2010s, it was supposed to be KD's time to take over as best player whenever LeBron declines. It was LeBron, but then after 2014, it was James and Curry dominating the NBA all along. Durant a distant third. Now many even debating whether they'd rather have prime Kawhi over prime KD. What Leonard did to carry Toronto to that title, Durant might not have gotten past the 2nd round. His number 1 fatal flaw, failed leadership. KD has never been a leader, an all-time great talent, just pure basketball alone, top 10 all-time, sure, but lacks leadership. CP3 a great leader, Chauncey Billups and Kyle Lowry, all excellent leaders, not the most talented of guys, but makes the most out of their team. Now SGA, the greatest Thunder all time, making every bitter Thunder fan forget about KD, the type of guy who wishes to just win a title, get all the credit, without taking the full responsibility of any leadership roles, just all bad vibes in general. Even Curry deferring, a great form of leadership, knowing when to step up and fall back. That's good leadership itself. KD does neither of that. Of all the greatest all-time players, every one of them has some sort of leadership qualities, positively elevating their teammates, and Durant, absolutely none of it. By far the worst leader of any top 25 player. Of all the hostilities surrounding Game 3, supposedly getting treatment for 3 hours during the game, nowhere to be seen, didn't support his teammates, to question whether he was really injured or just flat out quit on his team, Given how much Durant himself loves to hoop and compete with anybody, nobody's doubting that if he was given the green light to be on the floor, KD absolutely suit up. But things not being very clear leads to more gossip, dysfunction, more rumors, scrutiny. After his burner account exposed, the Houston Rockets as a whole has been a complete shit show. Did he make some good points on his burner account most of us agree with? Absolutely. Was he right about his team? For the most part, yes. But to be a no-show like that, many will just connect the dots, accusing KD of being soft charming after Jabari telling him he needs to figure out double teams. Even if it's not true and Durant's fully banged up, many already believe the narrative in their head that he quit. Being almost 40 years old, having burner accounts, talking reckless is one thing, but getting caught and exposed for all the previous tweets, the passive-aggressive fake personality absolutely should rub all his teammates the wrong way. At least winners like MJ or Kobe would directly tell their teammates they stink to their face, even punch them in the face for the sake of winning, and it worked. Durant, with his near 7-foot frame, instead just hides behind a keyboard. Being this good of a player shows cowardly, immature, childish behavior. No character whatsoever. How could those young kids in Houston trust their idol when he talks that reckless behind their backs? Instead of working with what he has, talking shit and complaining shows his egotistical, stuck-up personality. Acting like he's better than everybody else takes up responsibility, goddammit. Durant's already ruined multiple franchises all decade. Even for the biggest of Kevin Durant fans, his actions has been indefensible. As we've been seeing, even front office don't truly understand KD as a player and what his personality brings, expecting to be the savior to bail out every team's flawed roster. He's never been that type of guy. If he would have left in free agency and joined another good team with established culture, that's a different story. But to get traded for a bunch of key role players who were crucial to the franchise success and foundation, all KD did was set the team backwards. Durant and coach Ime Udoka have embarrassed themselves, acting more like bosses. Coach called out his teammates after game 3, called them young and scared of the moment, was trying to save his job. People say he stinks as a coach, but why was Udoka considered so good year 1 or year 2 with the Rockets? They were the second seed last season, won 52 games. Before KD, every head coach Durant's played for since 2022-23 season has either been fired midway or immediately afterwards. Might just play for 15 different coaches before his career said and done. Another disappointing first round exit when KD's team was given the blessing to play a depleted Lakers squad who would have lost to anybody else in the Western Conference. Houston shat the bed. Following All-Star break burner account controversy, Durant focused being on his phone, couldn't help himself, way too thin skin, never even discussing the matter publicly, instead of moving forward, admitting it was just him. Durant's just dragging things worse. Committed to 2 more seasons with the Rockets, there's already trade rumors surrounding the soon-to-be 38-year-old. At this point, there's no way to restore his reputation unless he wins a title outside of Golden State. We all know that's never happening. His burner distractions never resolved internally. The perfect example of what happens when tons of talents can't work well with others, sensitive and insecure, only lives, breathes basketball and trolling on Twitter. What about the other healthy hobbies? Instead of acting like a social media degenerate, for a guy who continuously talks smack online, all of a sudden have nothing to say in person about his account? Teammate Shingun getting lots of hate now, complaining, calling female ref the B word. His body language never been the best. But after 1 year of KD, he's absolutely losing his mind. All he did was cry all series. KD's other flaw, he's simply bad luck. Whether it's injuries, joining the wrong team, or having bad ideas, after his rookie season, the beloved Sonics, abruptly forced to relocate, had a young team with Westbrook and Harden, got a taste of the finals at 23. His team unfortunately traded future MVP six-man. Durant's bad injuries started 2015, continued playing iso ball with Russ, blew a 3-1 lead to Golden State hurt most, when he could have ended up having the greatest title run all time by eliminating 2 65+ win teams the same postseason, something that never happened. Who knows, OKC might have been able to beat Cleveland 2016, 1 ring. Like that would have easily meant more than winning 2 of Golden State. Tore his Achilles, urging to come back Game 5 of the finals, made things worse 2019, effectively ended his Golden State tenure while playing the best ball of his career, had even more bad luck with Brooklyn, the whole COVID situation, star teammates injured, his foot ruined his last chance at a title, couldn't handle the disaster between the Harden-Kyrie situation, forcing the Beard to leave for Philly, only to get back lackadaisical Ben Simmons to no-show and quit on the team. KD somehow gets his way to Phoenix, an already established team with CP3 and Book. Teammate DeAndre Ayton flat out quit on the squad, despite adding a great player like Kevin Durant right after DA got his max contract. Could you imagine a Michael Jordan or LeBron James added to your franchise and all you want to do is play video games and beef with your coach, not listen, check out of games? You would get sent home or run out of town. All-time great Kevin Garnett might not be as talented as KD, doesn't have the scoring, but has been way more impactful his first year in Boston than any of Durant's time after leaving Golden State. Immediately brought a winning attitude, changed the culture of the franchise overnight. KD does the exact opposite. To be truly considered an all-time great, you need to be an incredible player and have the abilities to elevate your team. Continuously wanting a high level of control of every team after leaving Golden State, from Brooklyn, Phoenix, and now Houston. All 3 franchises had the misfortune to deal with him. None of those 3 teams will even retire his jersey. Bradley Beal, not willing to sacrifice, got offended when asked to be Jrue Holiday. KD has no culture, the body language of his team, some of the worst you'll ever see. He was the one to push for the Bradley Beal trade, made everything worse. CP3 somehow still better than washed up Beal, both 2024 and 25. Individually, KD and Book not the best complement. Durant's chill demeanor does not mesh. Booker the type of player to need intensity and psycho energy around him like a Chris Paul. Houston giving up Dillon Brooks destroyed the Rockets' identity overnight. Mr. Curse himself missed more playoff games, the Lakers series, than the entire regular season. Bumping knees with a teammate at practice right before the playoffs. Missing a game, came back game 2, sprained his right ankle. Late 4th quarter, Durant absolutely cursed at the highest level. Golden State had plans to trade for him. KD said no, took his talents to Houston, only for Fred VanVleet to get injured before the season. Steven Adams out since January. What's next for Durant in the NBA? Just try to surpass Kobe in scoring? Average 25 and chill? Running away from a perfect situation in Golden State, they easily win 2 or 3 more rings with him by now, but adding one with Andrew Wiggins taking over his spot shows the Dubs are winners with and without KD. You would think he's matured and learned from playing with the Warriors, become a better vet, but continues on with the shit attitude off the court. Flaming out on 3 straight teams, Kevin Durant's not the solution to fix a flawed roster. Needs to already go to an established one. At this point, just a vibe killer. Might just have to ruin one more team before retiring. Having no mental fortitude to be the bus driver. His legacy, late career, being the grumpy old co-worker who accomplishes a lot. One of the best at his job, but nobody likes him. He doesn't like anybody. His retirement exit, whenever that comes, might just be the painful Kevin Durant moment of them all.